Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. This is Dream Another Day Tarot, and this is going to be a reading for whoever needs to hear it. I'm filming from a different angle today because y'all, I got to film from my phone. My computer is giving me grief, and so I'm going to do it here instead, okay? So please keep in mind these are general readings, so just check out the description box for all my disclaimers. I'm tired of saying them. And none of you guys ever give me trouble for it anyway, so I think you know. So just check that out. That's also where you will find how to reach me for a personal reading. Look at that, 8 of Cups, okay? Walking away from something to kind of like a whole new world is what I'm getting. But down in the description box is how you'll find where to reach me for a personal reading, how to make a payment, drop me a donation, check out my other projects. All that stuff is in my link tree, so go check it out. All right, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Thank you, Spirit, for your divine messages and guidance. We're deeply grateful, and we know we couldn't do this without you. Would you please help guide the collective, Spirit, for their highest good? And please bless us and protect us as we move forward in this reading. Y'all, it's the Watchers, okay? I can feel the Watchers. I can always feel the Watchers, honey. Okay, 5 of Swords in reverse. But we're dropping that kind of more like petty, tit for tat, like, you know, kind of arguing, etc. Like, we're just not going to be doing that. Okay, we're not trying to play 5 of Swords with the Page of Swords here, okay? We're not doing that. We're walking away from that, as a matter of fact. So, check it out. This is great because then it's almost like if you don't participate when people do that stuff, then like you're just not even experiencing it. Does that make sense? People can be petty, but you're like, oh, I know what that is. No, that's not something I participate in. If that makes sense. It's a boundary thing. Look at that. Ace of Pentacles. This is about blessings, okay, coming in. This is about financial abundance. Like, this is something tangible, okay? The aces bring new beginnings. Big, bold, beautiful new beginnings. Okay, so if you're not ready for that, then you better get ready. Okay, we're really never ready. We're never ready for anything, honey. We can pretend and practice and get ourselves in the right mindset. We'll become more prepared. You know, being prepared is not necessarily the same thing as being ready. Okay, we got the Lovers coming out in reverse, so challenging choices, okay? Challenging choices up ahead. I'm getting it's kind of like you're just gonna kind of be stepping up to a series of little crossroads, okay, on your journey. Don't worry about it. Kind of like try and ignore the haters, basically. You know, you may be surprised the way that things unfold. So just like I said, it's not like you can be totally ready for these big changes. Okay, but just be aware. Be somewhat cautious, be aware. Page of Wands in reverse. So some of you may be feeling a little bit nervous about this new beginning, which I get, and I totally don't judge like whatsoever. Like, that's totally normal, okay? But do not let it rock your confidence where that it impacts your spirit. King of Cups in reverse. Do not let it impact your confidence to the point where that it impacts your spirit, who you are, the way you show up in the world, your compassion, your love, your dignity, okay, your self-respect, your respect for others, okay? That's something you're very, very clearly not to be doing. With that 5 of Swords in reverse and the 8 of Cups, honey, you're walking away from that, and you got to. Look at that, 9 of Pentacles. Hey, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, 9 of Pentacles is all about standing on your own 2 feet, okay? Now, we are interdependent species, meaning we have to work together, okay? Just the way it is. That's fine. We are interdependent with our entire ecosystem, and vice versa. Our ecosystem is interdependent on us. We just sometimes have a hard time fulfilling, you know, our little task as a human, okay? But we do have some tasks, all right? We're somewhat of stewards to the planet, or at least we should be, in our most highest form, okay? And when I say that, I just mean in our most kind of aligned conscious form, humanity is very much stewards of the planet. So I believe that. You know, unfortunately, we just kind of stray from that behavior, and we can learn behavior patterns that are really, really quite contradictory to that. So yeah, anyway, Hermit mode in reverse, okay? So this is coming out of hermit mode, like honestly shining, just fucking shining like a diamond, you know? That's really what I'm getting, is just shining, shining, shining. And like, especially, yo, like I'm telling you, you are not coming across as insecure. Let me just tell you. Look at that, 7 of Swords in reverse. You can't hide your hand though, okay? So it's almost like people are like, how are you embodying these two energies where you're like, you're vulnerable, okay, and you're nervous, you're a little bit like insecure maybe, but you're also like showing up as this like hot tamale, okay, beautiful, regardless of gender. 9 of Pentacles is somebody who just does it. They do it and they do it right. I don't know what to say. They understood the assignment. How about that? You understand the assignment. You're looking at this Ace of Pentacles like, honey, that shit is mine. You know, I'm going to put that in the bag. I'm just telling you, like, that's the way you're looking. You're looking like you're looking right at it. But you can't hide your hand when it comes to your vulnerable side, nor should you, okay? Because we see the King of Cups in reverse. We don't want to see that. Give me 1 second. We don't want to see that. Oh, look at that. Queen of Swords and the Knight of Cups in reverse. Ooh, some of you guys are showing up as actually like a little bit, wow. You definitely have the ability to set boundaries and protect this 9 of Pentacles energy. You're definitely showing up being able to protect those boundaries. But again, it's kind of like, I feel like you ride this really fine line, okay? And Spirit's maybe encouraging you to just like, you know, don't be too... Wow, Spirit, that's a hard message. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting literally 2 messages that contradict one another. Maybe it's different for everybody. Maybe it's different. Okay, I'll say the messages then. The message was, the first one I got was, we don't want to be too nice, okay? You don't always want to be reaching out. You don't always want to be the one who tries to approach, you know what I mean? You want to also be standing in your power, so you kind of have to, like create some boundaries, you know, set some limitations for how far you're willing to go to reach across the aisle, so to speak. And that can be any kind of aisle, not just the political spectrum. This is like reaching the olive branch, so to speak. You can't always be the bitch handing out the olive branch, okay? The other message was you don't want to be too harsh. You want to make sure that you're still being somewhat like emotionally connective, right? So it's both. It's both, which is annoying. Not annoying, but I'm just kind of like, okay, look at that Judgment card, because you will be judged. Sorry. Whew. Okay, because that Page of Swords is watching, honey. And doesn't matter what the fuck the Page of Swords has to say. Listen, do not underestimate the enemy. And I wouldn't call them the enemy necessarily, but don't underestimate the power that one thorn has, okay? And the thing is like, again, we're walking away from the petty behavior, so we're not going to participate in it. But does that mean that it doesn't exist, that it can't have an impact on you? You get to decide the degree of impact. How about that? But be wary, because a army of pages, okay, can easily try and overthrow you, okay? Throw you from the throne, so to speak. Okay, so you can't be afraid to be vulnerable, because showing vulnerability actually makes people trust you more, because it's a natural thing. And I mean, I'm the same way with people. If people are like trying to put on this front, like they're like really tough, or like, you know, nothing phases them, or they're really confident, and then they kind of like aren't really being very like emotionally connective, then like I kind of keep them at arm's length. Like I don't really trust them very much. And it's just because I like to get to know people for who they are, really are, not just their kind of like main character energy front, right? Because when you actually share that you're, you know what I mean, nervous or insecure or whatever, it makes people, I feel like, have more empathy for you, and more like you connect on an emotional level. So there's this empathic kind of like, you build trust, you know what I mean? That's how you build friendship. That's how you build trust. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you want to also, like I said, set some limitations and boundaries to that, so that you're not always being like, I care what you think and I want you to like me. You know what I mean? That's not the same thing as being like open about the fact that, you know what I mean? You have insecurities too, you know what I mean? And that you sometimes lack the confidence, or you're afraid of new things. Like, you know what I mean? Or you're afraid of this big, huge bag that's about to be dropped on your fucking head. Excuse my language. I try to bleep myself. You know? You're like, I'm nervous about all this, but you know, I have to I have to move forward. So I'm just saying that your behavior, your energy, the way you come off to other people is going to be perceived, and people are going to decide basically whether they're going to lift you up or take you down. I'm being dead serious. And you know, this is such a funny message because y'all, like, I totally know what this is about. Like, there's so many scenarios that would fit this, but you have to understand, like, you, regardless, honey, this will help ease your mental conflict and your worries and stuff, which is something that came out in, I'm looking here because it wasn't in this reading. It was in the TikTok reading I just did. Y'all go check it out because it was really, really a good reading. But one of the things that I saw was like letting go of mental conflict, right? We're walking away from the petty. We're walking away from that mental conflict. And it's like, you can stand on your own 2 feet. This is what I'm trying to say. You are just fine on your own, and you do shine, okay? And it's okay for you to shine. You may be scared that people are going to hate on you if you shine too bright, you know, and that's normal because they can, okay? And it can be annoying at the very least, right? And so you kind of want to not worry so much about what other people think or like the impact they'll have on you. And I think that'll help release your stress and your anxiety, and that will actually make you feel more comfortable being vulnerable, and you'll be able to hold healthier boundaries because you're kind of living from this authentic place and not this place of being fearful that someone's not going to like you and that they're going to try and take you down. But do you see how these people are lifting this person up, right? Imagine that this is you, this angel up here, the judgment angel. They're either praising you, lifting you up, or here's this crow's coming in to attack, you know? And like, that's just the way I'm seeing the card, you know? But it's kind of like, so you kind of have to ride a very fine line, okay? Some of you may be getting into leadership positions. The 10 of damn Pentacles. Wow. 10 of Pentacles is all about long-term wealth and stability. You're either stepping into, maybe somebody has an empire of some sort, you know what I mean? And you're kind of starting something new and someone's giving you an opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles, you know, or you're building your empire, so to speak. King of Cups in reverse. See, it's almost like, oh, wow, that's a good message. I mean, that's a helpful message, hopefully, to somebody out here. But the message I just got was somebody's not emotionally invested in the opportunity that they're giving you. Like, they're not necessarily doing it from a place of compassion. They're doing it because it's a smart move. Because you bring a lot to the table. You know what I mean? So they're seeing it as a wise move to help build their empire, so to speak, by giving you the bag. I mean, they're not wrong. You know what I mean? But just don't be, yeah, wow, 5 of Cups. Don't let the past hold you back, first off. Ooh, High Priestess in reverse. Oh, because it's going to mess with your intuition. Oh, wow. Okay, this King of Cups could also be you. Okay, also. 5 of Cups is like the past may try and resurface. I'm even getting that look like the water in the tub is kind of coming up out of the tub. Do you see that? Over here and over here. So it's almost like some pain from the past may resurface emotionally, causes you to shut down emotionally because you're afraid of the past repeating itself. Okay, if you've been through something like this before where a group of people, you know what I mean, determined your fate in a situation, or you know what I mean, you were having a hard time walking that line of being vulnerable enough to build trust, but not so vulnerable that you lose respect. You know what I mean? There's a very fine line when it comes to a leadership position or being in a position where a lot of people are looking at you. It's a toughie. It really is a toughie. So don't blame yourself. Don't hold on to it. Let it go. Forgive it, because you don't want to mess with your emotions, which will then, boom, impact your intuition. So the decisions that you're making, you're trying to be guided. You want to be guided by your intuition. Look at that. Queen of Cups coming out in reverse. And it throws off other people's energy too. No offense. Okay, Spirit's wanting me to shuffle. Huh. Oh, this could be a couple. Oh, wow. Oh, this could be a couple. This could be a couple who's got an empire here. Some sort of little empire. Okay. but they're not emotionally invested in it. They're not emotionally invested in you because of the past. Wow, it's almost like they've had disappointing things too. Maybe they've experienced a lot of disappointment, and so they're not emotionally invested in you. So it's funny, like they actually don't even see fully who you are or like what you're capable of. They're underestimating you. But they do see it as a good move. They see it as a smart move, but they're not making this decision based on their emotions, and they're not making it based on their intuition. They're making it purely based on from a financial aspect. Look at that, Two of Wands Two of Pentacles in reverse. Wow, this is crazy, because the Two of Pentacles in reverse is more so like they're having a hard time walking that line, or there's something about the balance, a financial thing. It could be actually that it could be that this couple is maybe struggling somewhat financially, or maybe it's more like they're just having to walk a very fine line financially. They're on a bit of a tightrope, and it's kind of a sticky situation, or it feels a little bit like that. So maybe it's not only just about you. Maybe this situation is actually about the people who are handing you this Ace of Pentacles, so to speak. So I would look at this situation and realize, like, you know what? These people are maybe in a precarious type of situation. Whether that doesn't mean that they're like, you know what I mean, hard up. What I'm saying is that they may not, like I said, necessarily be emotionally invested because of the past or because of, you know, disappointment. And so therefore it's almost like, what was at the bottom of the deck again? Oh, the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So it's kind of like, just be aware of that, and not in a cautionary way so much as just like that, I just think is what's coming through. But recognize that this is a numbers thing for them. Keep that in mind. This is a numbers thing, and it's just important to them that this contributes financially. Like, that's the biggest thing. So what I would say is kind of like, you keep showing up in that Nine of Pentacles energy. You walk that line with whatever group you're interacting with. Okay, this is like really pretty clear of a message. Keep walking that line so that you're being vulnerable enough to build trust, but then you're also setting enough boundaries to create a little bit of air of respect around you. You know, find that line. There are going to be little haters and yada yada, little judgy, you know what I mean? That's just the nature of it. That's the nature of being in the public eye, or being in, you know, a leadership position, or people looking to you to deliver something. It's just, you know, it just comes with the territory. So don't be overly concerned. That's what I think the biggest thing is. You're walking away from the concern and the mental conflict and the whatever. You're seeing this situation clearly, and you're saying, okay, these people aren't making this decision because they think that I would be a great leader. You know what I mean? They're not really looking at it that way. They're also not looking at it from an emotional standpoint of, we want to see you succeed type of thing. It's not an emotional thing. That's fine. It's way more about helping them continue to build their financial empire or whatever situation they're working on, because they're in a little bit of a, you know, a balancing act here. Okay. And so they may have had past disappointments in people that they have tried to, you know what I mean, put responsibilities to, or give opportunities or make investments with, and it just hasn't worked out the way that they'd hoped or something. And so they can't really have a big emotional attachment to whether or not it works out, you know, their investment or what they're doing when it comes to you and this Ace of Pentacles. You know what I mean? Whatever that is. Like I said, it could be a contract. It could be, you know what I mean? It could be anything. It's an opportunity. It's a big opportunity. Okay. So this is part of the reason why you're like, ooh, this is a little stressful, but like, really look at it and just say, okay, their biggest expectation of me is that I help contribute financially to their situation or to their empire, to building their stability. So if that's your mindset, you say, that's what I'm going to deliver to these people who have given me this opportunity, is I'm going to make sure that it is worth it to them, right? Financially, literally. And then the other thing is the people around you that you may have to deal with who may be like kind of judging you. You know what I mean? They're judging you. But you know, you get to decide how you look at that. Because I feel like you're not really going to let it bother you that much, but you do have to create this balance. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It's a very fine line. It's very challenging, and you know that. That's probably why you're nervous. But as you let go of the nerves and the fear, then you're going to step more into your confidence, and then you're going to be able to ride that line, and you're going to do it with quite a bit of grace and charisma, actually, is what I'm seeing here in the cards. So let's pull one last card off the top. Oh, excuse me. Oh, this is the, hold on a second, because we got the Page of Swords earlier, didn't we? Yes, we did. Where is it? Just want to make sure. Didn't we? Holy shit, did we not? Excuse my language. We didn't. Oh wait, yeah we did, didn't we? Yes we did, it's right back here. Okay, so this is actually the Knight of Swords. So talking, okay, communication, right? Tower in reverse, avoiding disaster, Nine of Cups, okay? I would just focus on your happiness, because your happiness is actually going to contribute a lot to your ability to kind of move through this situation. So just deal with things as they come up. Try and take it a day at a time. Do not stress. Stress does not help anybody. And just kind of, you know, recognize that you're taking a big opportunity. Makes sense to be a little nervous, but you know, take it seriously enough where that you do a good job. You know, it'll be fine. Okay, just think positive. So anyway, that's what I got for you. Thanks so much for being here. Make sure that you hit the like button, drop me a comment, subscribe, do all those things, and I'll see you again in the next one. All right, bye.